Welcome to this video tutorial on managing Linux servers with Webmin. In this tutorial, we will explore the features and functionalities of Webmin, a web-based system administration tool that allows you to manage your Linux servers from a web browser. Webmin is a powerful tool that simplifies the management of Linux servers by providing a graphical user interface GUI that allows you to perform various administrative tasks such as configuring system settings, managing users and groups, monitoring system performance, and much more. One of the advantages of using Webmin is that it is easy to install and use, even for those who are not familiar with the command line interface. With Webmin, you can manage your Linux servers from anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection and a web browser. In this tutorial, we will cover the following topics: installing Webmin on your Linux server, logging into Webmin and navigating the interface, configuring system settings using Webmin, managing users and groups with Webmin, monitoring system performance with Webmin. So let's get started and learn how to manage Linux servers with Webmin. Before you can start using Webmin to manage your Linux server, you need to install it first. In this segment, we will guide you through the process of installing Webmin on your Linux server. Step 1. Update your system. Before installing Webmin, it is recommended to update your system to ensure that you have the latest software packages and security patches. You can do this by running the following command: sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get upgrade. Step 2. Add the Webmin repository. Webmin is not available in the default Ubuntu repositories, so you need to add the Webmin repository to your system. To do this, run the following command: sudo nano/etc/@/sources list. This will open the sources list file in the nanotext editor. Add the following line at the end of the file: //download webmin.com/download/repository/contrib. Save and close the file by pressing Ctrl+X followed by Y and enter. Step 3. Add the Webmin GPG key. Next, you need to add the Webmin GPG key to your system to verify the packages. Run the following commands: wget q http://www.webmin.com/jcameronkey. asco sudo apt key add. Step 4. Install Webmin. Finally, you can install Webmin by running the following command: sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get install Webmin. During the installation process, you will be prompted to enter username and password for Webmin. Make sure to choose a strong password and keep it safe. Step 5. Access Webmin. Once the installation is complete, you can access Webmin by opening a web browser and navigating to https://userver IP 10,000. Replace your server IP with the IP address of your Linux server. In the next segment, we will show you how to log into Webmin and navigate the interface. Now that you have installed Webmin on your Linux server, it's time to log in and explore the interface. In this segment, we will guide you through the process of logging into Webmin and navigating the interface. Step 1. Open Webmin in your web browser. To access Webmin, open a web browser and navigate to https://userver IP 10,000. Replace your server IP with the IP address of your Linux server. Step 2. Enter your login credentials. You will be prompted to enter your login credentials. Enter the username and password that you set during the installation process. Step 3. Explore the Webmin interface. Once you have logged in, you will see the Webmin dashboard. A dashboard provides an overview of your system status, including CPU usage, memory usage, disk usage, and network activity. On the left-hand side of the dashboard, you will see a navigation menu that allows you to access various modules in Webmin. The modules are organized into categories such as system, servers, networking, and others. To access a module, simply click on its name in the navigation menu. Each module has its own set of options and settings that you can configure. Step 4. Customize the Webmin interface. Webmin allows you to customize the interface to suit your preferences. You can change the theme, language, and layout of the interface by clicking on the Webmin configuration link in the navigation menu. From here, you can choose a different theme, change the language, and configure various settings such as the default page and the menu style. In the next segment, we will show you how to configure system settings using Webmin. Webmin provides a user-friendly interface for configuring various system settings on your Linux server. In this segment, we will guide you through the process of configuring system settings using Webmin. Step 1. Access the system module. To configure system settings, click on the system category in the navigation menu and select the module that you want to configure. For example, if you want to configure the firewall settings, click on the firewall module. Step 2. Configure the settings. Each module has its own set of options and settings that you can configure. For example, in the firewall module, you can configure the firewall rules and policies. To configure the settings, simply click on the appropriate options and make the necessary changes. You can also use the search bar at the top of the page to find specific settings. Step 3. Save the changes. Once you have made the necessary changes, click on the Save button to apply the changes. Some modules may require you to restart the service or the server for the changes to take effect. Step 4. Test the settings. After configuring the settings, it's a good idea to test them to ensure that they are working as expected. For example, if you have configured the firewall settings, you can test them by trying to access a blocked website or service. In addition to the system module, Webmin provides modules for managing users and groups, configuring network settings, monitoring system performance, and much more. In the next segment, we will show you how to manage users and groups with Webmin. Webmin provides a user-friendly interface for managing users and groups on your Linux server. In this segment, we will guide you through the process of managing users and groups with Webmin. Step 1. Access the Users and Groups module. To manage users and groups, click on the System category in the navigation menu and select the Users and Groups module. Step 2. Add a new user or group. To add a new user or group, click on the Create a New User or Create a New Group button, respectively. Enter the necessary information, such as the username, password, and group membership, and click on the Create button to save the changes. Step 3. Edit an existing user or group. To edit an existing user or group, click on the username or group name in the list of users and groups. You can then edit the user or group information, such as the password, group membership, and home directory. Step 4. Delete a user or group. To delete a user or group, select the checkbox next to the username or group name and click on the Delete button. You will be prompted to confirm the deletion before the user or group is removed from the system. Step 5. Manage user and group permissions. Webmin also allows you to manage user and group permissions for files and directories on your Linux server. To do this, click on the File Manager module in the Others category. From here, you can navigate to the file or directory that you want to manage and click on the Permissions button. You can then configure the permissions for the file or directory, such as the owner, group, and read/write/execute permissions. In conclusion, Webmin is a powerful tool that simplifies the management of Linux servers by providing a user-friendly interface for performing various administrative tasks. With Webmin, you can easily manage users and groups, configure system settings, monitor system performance, and much more. We hope that this tutorial has been helpful in getting you started with managing Linux servers with Webmin.